Morning all, AJ from Swim Booker here. We're at a brand new venue for AJ's Adventures, Hartley Lands in Kent. We're going to have a crack at Bramleys Lake. We're going to have a walk round, have a look at what we can see that's showing, and we're going to talk about my approach on a brand new venue. Right, so deeper end of the lake. This is where Richard and Ben were saying to go. The great thing here, you've got the 3 islands, so I reckon this time of year they're going to be tight up to the islands. PVA bag, I reckon.
Yeah.
Obviously like an end peg as well, because you've got that marginal spot there as well. Don't know whether they're getting them bulrushes over there.
Or the corner of that island.
Yeah. So should we go and have a chat with them other 2 anglers, see what time they're leaving?
Yeah.
Or if they're staying, what their plans are, if they've had any. And then we go from there, but I think definitely either those 2, depending what they're doing, or these 2 here. Yeah? Just gonna have a walk around. Right, let's have a chat with this angler. Then hopefully get a rod in the water, shall we?
Yeah.
Who's gonna catch one first?
Me.
You! I was thinking this side, as good as that other side looks, I've seen a couple of shows just under this willow here, plus with the sun coming up over there, this side of the water is going to hopefully warm up a bit quicker, which could grab a few quick bites in the mornings. Got some more shows over there, so a lot will depend on these 2 anglers. I know this gentleman's going, who's kindly let me film in his swim, but he's off this morning, so it could be worth just holding off an extra hour and hopefully making the right choice so we don't have to move around, but that's the plan. So let's go back to the car, get the rods out, and hopefully get one of them beautiful carp on the bank. Let's do it. Look at that, Jamie. So I've gone with a solid bag on my other rod, which is out near the island, a bit closer, but this one's going further out down the island. We've got a plastic band here, so I've just chopped off one of the barrel wafters into a yellow that will just top off this boosted hook bait from DT's Crustacea range. And we've got a combi rig just to give that a bit of suppleness, so hopefully we can get into the fish and hook it a bit better when we get in, because it's barbless here, so we want the hook hold to be the best we can.
And the line just went.
So first one of the session, just off the island, tucked in nicely like Ben showed us, or sort of showed us where to go. Annoyingly, I went toilet and Jamie took it, but fair play, he took it, so I had to let him have it. But yeah, lovely looking common. Some nice little markings that makes it original. But let's see what he weighs. Right, Jamie, do you want to do the honours and tell me?
$29.6.
Looks a good fish. Oh, look at that.
Yeah! Woo!
Nice fishing, Jamie. Nice fishing here, Ben. Wasn't the last treat.
28.3.
Go. So, as you know, we arrived here yesterday morning, had a walk round, trying to put into practice everything that I would normally do watercraft wise, and the approach obviously worked. Jamie had one quite early doors after getting the rods out, frustratingly on my rod, but it was a banger. And after all, I'd been stupid and gone toilet thinking nothing was going to happen that quick, and he managed to nick it. He picked the rod up, so it was only fair that he kept it. Later on, same approach, same spot, I managed to get my first one of the 24 in 24 different lakes, which was nice to get off the, not just get off the board straight away, but you know, when you come to a new lake, it is always a bit frustrating and the nerves. So to get one so early on was really nice. And as we went into the day, it kind of quietened down until sort of late evening. Then a couple of the other guys that are filming with us managed to nick a couple last night. And then this morning, it was like a different day. Woke up to a frost, quite a heavy frost. Mist, I've never seen mist like it, but it was just like wet blanket, fog across the water. After a couple of hours, we were just like, really, you know, let's go for a walk, have a look around, see if there's another lake that we can perhaps grab another one of the 24, start ticking those off. But with that, I started to look at my rods. Jamie looked at his rods and it ripped off. That much disturbance.
No, it was such a weird tape. It was literally, I came here, it was like beeping. It went down and then it just stopped. And then it just went down and stopped. It was just weird. $32.12.
What do you reckon, AJ? Outdoing you?
All the time, mate. It's the only reason I bring it. Well done, mate. We're just contemplating a move to another lake, and Jamie's just got this absolute scaly banger, 28.6 just gone.
Yeah.
So we're going to slip her back, and I think I might just redo my rods and stay here now. But well done, mate. Let's get her back. There you go. Well done, bud. So after all that commotion, I was like, I can't risk moving when they're obviously in the area. We've had 3 fish now high to mid 20s, you know, I'd be silly to move. But we've stuck it out an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours now, waiting around. We've had the odd bleep, but no shows or no sort of big takes. So now's the time. I'm going to pack up, have a look around. We've got 5 other lakes to have a look at. So let's see if we can nick a couple of quick ones from a couple of them, and then start knocking off this 24 from 24 different lakes. Right, Jamie, we've made the move. Going to try the res first. What's your faults? Come up here. So you reckon midway, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so I reckon not this one because that guy's there. Next one, yeah? So we've come on to the res. There's a gentleman just across us, so we've decided to come over here. So fingers crossed we can nick a couple within an hour and then move on to another one and see if we can have a good day. Right, we've come over hoping for a quick bite. We've spent just over an hour here. I'd like to say that with one rod left on the dance floor, it's a good sign, but sadly it's not. I've just reeled that one in. Just about to reel this one in. It's not been as hopeful as we wanted, but that's fishing. The big decision now is, do I chance an hour on another lake or go back to Bramley and catch one so we have an even better evening? Decisions, but I think I'm going to reel this one in and then decide en route. So let's do it. Right, Jamie, I think I've made my decision.
What's that?
Well, as much as I'd love to crack on with the old 24 and 24, I think it was around this time yesterday that I had one out at Bramley. So let's go back on there, set up for the evening and night, and then we've got a bit of time tomorrow to have a walk around again and perhaps sneak a couple tomorrow before we leave. Happy with that?
Seems like a good plan.
Let's do it then, bud. What a mad half an hour, and it just shows that making that decision to come back on Bramley was the right one. One of the guys filming, oh what a catch. One of the guys filming put both his rods out as we'd finished most of the filming for the day. His rod went off. As he's playing that one, second one went off. Annoyingly, the one I was playing, I had to get out in the boat because it was tethered the other side of the island. But got two lovely linears. Happy days, more for the evening. Well done, mate. So you join me on Henniker Pond. Took the very, very difficult decision this morning to make a move, knowing over the last couple of days that bite time was imminent, but this pond has something special. It's got 10 carp all around the 30-pound mark, and I couldn't come this way and not give it a go. So we've spent the last few hours on here, got about half an hour left, so we're still hopeful for that last bite, just to sign it off and hopefully have 2 of the carp on 2 lakes, but still quietly confident. It's a challenge. It's not one of your easy ponds, and that's why I had to come down here and leave Bramley. But half an hour, let's be confident, and then pack up and then toddle off home. So that's us all finished. Just over 48 hours spent at Hartley Lands, mainly on Bramley. We've had some really nice fish out of there, up to just over 28 pounds. Jamie's probably had the majority of the good fish, but it's been great that all three of us have caught 8 fish in total. Mega trip on there. We had a little go on the res just to see if we could catch one quickly, but that wasn't to happen. We went over to Henniker pond this morning, nothing on there sadly, but like I said in my clip earlier, it had to be done. It's one of those ponds that has got 10 fish in, all around 30 pounds. Definitely coming back, if not to try Henniker again, to try all of the lakes. They all look superb. I've got a couple of friends that are already asking me about coming over. If you want to do the same, check out Swimbooker to find out as much detail as you can before you come. Anyway, we've had a good trip. Hopefully see you soon. Let us know what you want to see in the next video down below. Cheers guys.